Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing a tech revisit. Now, what is this revisit is all about? I've got a laptop which is like 10-year-old. I found it quite fascinating, and yeah, by the way, this is the laptop here. It's quite heavy. So it's a strong drop, and it's got a lot of droppings and beatings and scratches around here and there. This belongs to one of my father's colleague. He got this for me like to just do some troubleshooting and get it back to proper working condition. So yeah, he lent it me for a few days, and I thought why not to document this and share this with you people. This is a Dell Latitude E6410. It's being targeted as a server class workstation laptop, and it gets a lot of amazing features. So I thought to share. So as you see here, first of all, build quality, bare bone. This is a 14-inch footprint, by the way, and it has got a lot of scratches, and it gets this a little bit of lid flex, which is like fine. And one more interesting thing is it gets this lock latch. I don't understand why manufacturers haven't included this. It just feels more like personal. It's my private stuff, so don't sneak in. So which is quite nice. It's a 14-inch, but it gets this pretty horrible thick bezels. Like even I have a ThinkPad whose the screen thickness is thin and gets very thin bezels, but come on, it's technology. It just keeps evolving day by day. And this is with regard to the display and the hinge mechanism. Yes, it's quite solid for a 10-year-old one, but it has this wobble, so okay, which is fine. This is the deck. It's not aluminum, mind you. The flex is also not much, and these are speakers, side fairing speakers, by the way. We'll also test that. Here you get the branding, and these are the lights, and you get the power button, and you get a nice mechanical layout. Misses out on a number pad, and this tiny trackpad, I don't think like how functional it is. Like for the most of the time, I was using it with an external mouse, but for now I'll just test it raw. It even gets this track point, misses out on the nipple, sorry, and it gets these buttons for the track point. So yeah, this is with regard to the exterior and even to the interior. Now let's go even inside by powering this on. Okay, it gets a blue light, which is quite nice on this entire black chassis. Top here, you get a webcam. It should be like around 1 megapixel, because 1 megapixel should be like quite high back at those time. It gets 2 microphone, twin channel, and this, I don't think it's a it's a camera, because camera is supposed to be front. It's quite sidewards. This should be like a display brightness sensor, because here on the left arrow it says auto brightness. So maybe I can set it according to the brightness which is outside, like how you do it on the phones with the ambient light sensor. Interesting. All right, fired up the classic Windows 7. Okay, sound is good, and let's talk about the specifications, by the way. As you see here, the sticker, it's a Intel Core i5. This sticker, I guess it looks like Intel when they first launched the code names i3, i5 and i7. This should be the first generation coupled with Windows 7, pre-shipped with the professional version. That's what is given in the battery bay with the product key, and it gets 2 GB of DDR3 RAM. Like 2 GB back at those time, maybe it could have been sufficient, but for now, even Windows 7 is starting to slow down. Even Linux, so I even tried installing Ubuntu. You know, even Ubuntu is also getting day by day bigger and better, so even that's also not standing to this. And Windows 10, don't even think about it. So yep, this is the display here. Let me just crank it to the full brightness. Yeah, for now only the rudimentary drivers are installed on this, and I guess it doesn't even catch the wireless Wi-Fi. So yeah, that's a big problem with these devices. Like the older the device gets, like it just gets more prone to not getting the drivers. So it's like right now it's just surviving. Alright, so let's just do a quick trackpad test. It can't recognize any gestures, as I told. Drivers are missing, but with regard to this tiny size, I think the right click is also fine. Let me just try the track point. Okay, maybe the sensitivity can be improved a little bit. So overall, yeah, it just resembles like the ThinkPad. The only thing, it could have been a little bit bigger. It gets this vertical and horizontal scroll. It doesn't work for now, sorry. So okay, that's with regard to the trackpad. I mean, like you really can't talk much on these old devices. It's just like recollecting your memories, right? So let's do a quick typing test. Let me just maximize it. Caps lock. This is a quick typing. I'm bad at typing, sorry. Typing test on the Dell Latitude E6410. Yeah, So for now, just a single line, I just feel so refreshing. Like, why have manufacturers adopted this chiclet style, which is like not so good? Be it the external keyboards, be it the built-in laptop keyboards. Of course, there is a risk of being prone to more dust accumulation, dust and debris getting easily accumulated. Like, I have to remove all the keycaps, just give it a good scrub. But with regard to feel, it's unmatched. I think I'm even addicted to this layout more than my ThinkPad. It's quite tactile and the feedback is just on point. And yeah, it gets all these light indicators in blue, which is quite nice. I get the integrated volume button, like mute, unmute. I get this latitude button, it's for the firmware. I'm not sure if it even works. So yeah, that's it with regard to the keyboard, the trackpad. Display, I guess it's a LCD TN panel. I guess that should be the technology back at those time. Let's just do a quick sound test because the speakers are also on the deck. Let's do some sample music. Let me crank it fully. Just nice. This is a piano music, even that sounds great. That's great, man, right?
Sounds even better than our laptops.
Yeah, sounds even better than these day and age laptops, man. Like, they're tuned by Bang & Olufsen, Harman, they're tuned by many audio companies, but it's not tuned by anyone. It's Dell's factory, but it's just so great.
It's a symbol of refined sound.
Yeah, even the sound, it's not distorted, right? It's just so crystal clear. Like, maybe if you try playing some heavy metal, hard rock, it'll just crank up to the roof. Man, it's just so nice. That's what I can say. Just quite nice. Like, I had recalled some good old memories with this. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the ports. Oh my god, it's quite hot here. Even the exhaust vent, for using it for shutdown, it's just the fans are like kicking in. Just okay, it's crazy. From the bottom, here I get this the lock latch basically. I get a full-size SD card reader, which is nice. This is a dummy. On to the right, oh my god, it gets like too much. This is like too much, bro. I get a smart card reader. I get a 1394 display port, DVD-ROM, headphone and the mic, separate jacks. I get a separate Wi-Fi switch. Like, Wi-Fi switch is quite handy. Like, you don't need to go to the Wi-Fi, switch it off, or maybe use some keyboard shortcuts. Just swap this switch and you're good to go, which is really handy. I get two USB, which is stacked one on the other. Really interesting. On the back, I get this telephone line, I guess that's what it resembles like a telephone receiver. Gets the LAN, 1 gigabit or 2 gigabit, not sure. And this port, it's quite interesting. Like, it resembles like a HDMI, but it's not actually HDMI because it says some sort of a symbol. Like, what is this? Do you have any idea?
It's like half HDMI.
Half HDMI and half some other port. So anyways, nice. And I get this 90 watt pin connector, the AC adapter, Kensington lock slot on the left, VGA port. It doesn't get a HDMI port unfortunately, but okay, maybe if I were to connect it to a TV, I can use some adapters. One more USB type A, I get a eSATA, the exhaust vent, and this, oh my god, this was quite fascinating. Like, I just get this Western Digital 320 GB, a 2.5 inch standard hard disk. I guess this is a quite nice feature provided by Dell. Like, you could just slot load your drives. This is a hard drive. If I were to have a standard 2.5 inch SSD or a NAND SATA SSD, I could just unscrew this handle over here and I could just screw it up and use this. And by the way, the OS runs on this disk right now. Like, if I just pull it off, that's it, the PC is dead. But anyways, you also get a drive inside, which is nice to have. I don't know, for some reason he's just using it through the external drive, and that's not yet over. On the bottom, I get this dock connector. Like, I can connect it to some big presenting peripherals in the offices and some corporates, some mainframe especially, which is quite nice. Battery, I get this ejectable battery. Just swipe it, pops off. It gets a 5200 mAh battery. This, I guess it's not made by Dell because it doesn't provide any Dell. The battery has been replaced like 2-3 times on this device. You know, batteries generally deteriorate over time, so it gets 2 batteries, by the way. The battery status indicator in the Windows configuration, that's what it's told, that battery 1 is this one, the external. The second battery is not present, which means there's supposed to be a battery inside the chassis. Nice. And the last bit, I should say, is SIM card slot, and that's why a mobile network symbol was also given on top. Overall, this revisit is definitely worth documenting. That's what I would say, because Dell has been a long-standing company like other manufacturers, even Lenovo or maybe any other manufacturer who manufactures these kind of workstation-oriented PCs. These are like built to last. That's what I could just say, because you get so much flexibility, you get so much versatility with these devices. With regard to today's technology, if I were to use this as my primary computer, I can. The only limitation may be this hard disk. I could just go for an SSD, RAM, I can upgrade it, I could just change the batteries, and yeah, just get it running up and better with just a clean, neat scrub. It would just almost resemble like a new piece. I would say in another few years, these are to be like antiqued pieces, like they would be fetching a lot of value. So I got a privilege to use it for some weeks, and yeah, thank you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you also have any old laptops with you or with any of your friends you got a chance to use it, comment down below. And that's it for now. This is Sairam signing off. Peace.